Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Robert 3STRONG here. I see I got a question. So it looks like you guys want to have big arms. I'm seeing that's kind of a trend. How do I get my arms bigger? How do I get mass? Well, I'm going to start with, well, if we're going to talk about big muscles, I got to get ready. So let me just take care of this here. And oh, shit. Well, that didn't go as planned. Anyway, just got to get my muscle clothes on here. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Let's talk about big arms and big muscles here. So you want to work the biceps. First, let's talk about what muscles are involved so you know what moves to do and why. Essentially, we're talking about three major muscles here. Of course, everyone knows the biceps here, the big muscles that sit on top, but there are two other muscles. There's one that lies underneath. This is called the brachialis, and this actually helps create some of the width. You can see in my arms that you have the bicep on top, but there's a muscle that sits underneath here that can create some width and size. And then this other one called the brachioradialis, which crosses over the elbow joint and into the forearm, that actually helps to create some of the width on the forearm there. So if we want to have thick arms, we need to create that thickness through training all three of these muscles and not just focus on the biceps. Because you can have big biceps, but unless you train these muscles underneath, it's not really going to give it the size. So here are a couple of movements, and I'm sure these are ones that you've already seen, you already know, but now you can kind of maximize your workout by focusing on them. So we have the basic bicep curl. So I'll just show you here the basic bicep curl, and we can see the muscles working. If I flex, notice how that bicep is active. If I do a hammer curl, the bicep is also active, but now the brachialis is even more active. We create that width, and if I show it from the other angle, and I go up, that brachialis is really working hard, and even this brachioradialis is really starting to work. And that's how those bodybuilders get those really thick arms. So if we think about it this way, if I do the hammer curl, the bicep isn't working as hard, the brachialis is working even harder. So really one muscle, or actually just a couple of muscles, are doing the work to flex the elbow. If I turn that palm up, notice how that bicep becomes active. So when I do my bicep curl, essentially all the big muscles are doing the work. So when I go to the hammer curl, I put more of the emphasis on the brachialis. When I get that palm up, now I'm really putting more of the focus on the biceps. So this is a great little superset, and superset is back-to-back muscles. So now what we'll do is we'll force the brachialis to work a little bit more, and then we're going to switch. So we'll do a hammer curl and then switch into the bicep curl. So now one muscle's working, and now we have two muscles working to finish off the set. So if I do basic hammer curls until I can't do any more, and granted we want to keep it, let's go 6 to 10, 6 to 8, do as many as you can, try to get it up as much, and now what I'll do is I'll shift into the bicep curl, palm up. And notice how instead I was going to almost failure on that hammer curl, now I can get a few more reps out doing that bicep curl. And granted, these are 40, 50 pound dumbbells, but pick whatever weight you can handle for doing probably 6 to 8, maybe even 10 hammer curls, and then finish off by shifting right into those bicep curls, and that's really going to help with creating some thickness in the arms. And granted, I know you guys want to talk about the triceps, we can do that later, but yeah, start there, start with that little superset, and hopefully that works.